Hello there, my darling dragon friends. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ariel. I am the Sassy Dragon, and today we are going to be smelling and reviewing a brand new fragrance from Lancome. This one is called La Nuit Tresor Le Parfum. It is the newest flanker in the La Nuit Tresor lineup. It just came out. And this particular video goes out to one of our members, Simone Silvera. She is the one that left a comment talking about this fragrance and wondering if I'd smelled it yet. I looked it up, the notes sounded great, and I am a fan of the original La Nuit Tresor, so I went ahead and I was able to get a tester bottle of it. Thankfully, that was a really a good deal getting the tester bottle. That's why it has the print, you know, on the front, but it is absolutely beautiful. I really enjoy this one. Let's go ahead and bring up the info on fragrantica.com here. I will always post those links for you in the description box so that you can go check that out for yourself. But this one was just released for 2024, created by Honorine Blanc and Amandine Clerc-Marie. Now, Amandine Clerc-Marie is the gal who did Burberry Goddess, both the original and the intense, and that has been one of my favorites of this year, so I really like that one. She is also the person that worked on all of the La Nuit Tresors all the way back to the original one, so that's a really great thing to recommend her as well. Honorine Blanc also has worked on some of the flankers from the La Nuit Tresor lineup, and she also created my favorite Juicy Couture fragrance ever, which is the Viva La Juicy Gold Couture. That one I need to do a review on as well, because that's actually my favorite of all of those. So we do have some definitely some good perfumers here worked on this. It is a Rose Absolu that has definitely some gourmand notes to it. The bottle is beautiful, and I'm just gonna spray a bunch of this on because I absolutely love this perfume. I've been wearing it a lot this week. It is the classic, you know, La Nuit Tresor kind of diamond shaped bottle. This one has a very kind of deep purple, almost aubergine eggplant color purple to it. It has a little velvet bow on the top, which is really pretty. When you compare it to the original La Nuit Tresor, it has a much deeper color for sure. And this is the reformulated La Nuit Tresor, not the one from 2015, but the newer formulation of it. And what I think about this fragrance is that it really it calls back a little bit more to the original La Nuit Tresor, which I think a lot of people really loved because it is a little heavier, maybe slightly spicier, just has a little bit of that warmth. Not that I would call this an outright spice, but it has a little bit of that oomph, a little bit of that touch. So this one comes out with top notes of black currant, so you really get that nice kind of juicy black currant note, and I am a sucker for black currant, so anything that has that I'm usually gonna like or at least enjoy a little bit. So that definitely, you know, gets me liking it right away. The middle note is the rose. I'm not sure what kind of roses were used. It says that it is an elixir of Rose Absolu mixed with bitter cocoa notes. I don't find this one to be intensely chocolatey, even though it says that it has that. To me, what this comes through as is more just sort of a richness. It makes that rose a little bit more sumptuous, a little bit more velvety. There you go. It has the little velvet bow, so it definitely has a little bit of that nice texture around the rose. I will also say that when I first sprayed this, it's very rose heavy. That's what I noticed very strongly at the heart of it. Front and center was the rose. I would say after about 20 to 30 minutes, the rose itself dies down a good bit. It's still there, but it's not quite as loud. So if you don't like the rose to be as loud, give it a minute, because it actually, the rose calms down quite a bit so that the other notes can come up and play a little bit more. It has as well, yeah, it says that it has the black currants with hints of green and red fruit accords, which you definitely get. It has that sweet juiciness to it on the top. It's not the same kind of sweetness that the original had with the pear notes. or at least the reformulation really has the pear notes to me. I think in a lot of ways the original pre-reformulation was a lot richer and more in this vein, even though there are some differences still. There are some woodsy notes to the base. It has the patchouli. It has a little bit of that, you know, that depth to it, and I really love it. I also catch just a tiny bit of violet leaf, and it doesn't say that it has violet leaf in it, but there is something that is either creating that effect just a little bit, or it actually has a little bit of violet leaf snuck in there somewhere. And I just did the review not too long ago of the newest La Vie est Belle elixir from Lancome, and that one definitely features a very strong violet leaf. So if you really love violet leaf and the raspberry, that one is so good, the La Vie est Belle elixir. This one's a lot more toned down, but it still has just a little of that lovely violet leaf quality coming through it. Another reason I think that I like this perfume so much is because it reminds me just a little, in a very different way, but very, you know, it's a different twist on one that I already adore, which is the Givenchy Very Irresistible Eau de Parfum. That one has a rose, vanilla, patchouli profile that I always love the smell of, and this one does bring a little bit of that to the, you know, to it, because it has that sweetness. It's almost a vanillic rose patchouli. Has a little more going on. It has the fruits, it has the blackcurrant, it has the chocolate, it has a few other things, you know, going on in that mix, so it makes it very much its own perfume distinctly, but there is a little similarity, and you almost, to me, cannot go wrong with like a rose patchouli vanilla blend. If it's done well, oh, it's just so good. There's something so sexy and sophisticated and just kind of luxurious feeling about it. So that is my take on this one. I think if you already love, you know, this line, the La Nuit Tresors, I think you're really going to enjoy it. If you liked the original pre-formulation of the, you know, original Eau de Parfum, I would definitely at least get a sample of this and try it, because I was definitely pleasantly surprised by it. I didn't know I would like it as much as I've really grown to very quickly. But thank you so much to Simone for sending that recommendation. I'm just very pleased that I was able to get a hold of a bottle and share that with you. So I hope that you enjoy this one if you get a hold of it. Let me know your thoughts, comments, and ideas in the description box. As always, if there's a perfume you would like me to review that I haven't yet, throw it in there in the comments section. I will do my best to get to it. May not get to it fast, but I will try to get to it, because I try to write these all down on a list when you guys recommend them to me. So thank you, as always, for sharing your time with me here at my channel, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.